All right, friends, this is the area video that goes after the perimeter video. So you're still going to have your notebook and pencil. So you should still have that. So let's go ahead and open up to the next two clean sheets, which are 102 and 103. So 102 is going to be area examples. 103 is going to be area. So go ahead and pause and copy those down. All right, so area is a little different than perimeter, but it works the same shapes. So area is the number of square units needed to cover a surface. So the area is going to be the inside. Remember we said perimeter was the rim when you add up all of the outside or do the 2 times length plus 2 times width. Area is the square units on the inside of the shape. So we're going to write that down. Okay, so we said area was the number of square units needed to cover a surface. So that's the inside of the figure or polygon, the inside of the shape. So go ahead and pause and copy that down. Now there are also formulas for area. So we're going to do the area of a rectangle formula and the area of a square formula. So go ahead and write that down so that we can go ahead and look at those. Now for rectangle, area is going to equal the length times the width. So if I have a rectangle, I'm just going to multiply the length number times the width number. So those digits will just be multiplied. Now, if I have a square, I'm going to have my area equal the side times the side, because remember on a square, all my sides are equal. So it'll just be one side times another side. Now, when you do area, your units are going to change. So think about perimeter. When we did perimeter, if we measured in yards, then our answer was in yards. If we measured in inches, then our answer was in inches. Now, for area, it's going to be a little different. So make sure you have that written down so we can talk about them. All right, so for area, when we're talking about the answers for area will be in square units. So let me show you what I mean. If we are talking about an object and the length is in feet and the width is in feet, then my answer for area is going to be in square units. So it will be square feet. So it will be square and whatever the unit is. So if it's inches, it would be square inches. If it was yards, then what do you think it would be? Square yards. Good. Make sure you have that copied down. Then we're going to go ahead and switch to page 102 and write down some examples. So make sure you have that. All right, so the first one we're going to copy down is John's bathroom floor is shown below. What is the area? Now, it's kind of like our kitchen one earlier, but this one is now talking about areas. So on the test, you're going to have to pay attention to, is it asking for perimeter, the rim around the outside, or area, the inside? So draw this example, and we're going to go ahead and do it together. Okay, so I know my sides are not the same, so I know it's a rectangle. So if I come over here, my formula for rectangle is area equals length times width. So I'm going to write that. Area equals length times width. Okay, so looking at my model, I don't know the area because the question says, what is the area? So I don't know that, but I do know the length. Which one is my length? Is it 15 or is it 25? It's 25 because remember, length is long. So my width is 15. So now you can do one of two things. You can do firecracker over here out to the side. If you need to do box method, you can do box method, 20 plus 5, 10 plus 5. Break it apart, remember. So I'm going to go ahead and do firework. I can do 5 times 5 is 25. Regroup my 2. 5 times 2, sorry, you can't see that. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. Bring down my 0, scratch out. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. I'm going to add my partial products, and I get 375 is the area. Now, 375 what? Look at your units. I have feet, but what did we say over here at the bottom? It's going to be square feet because it's talking about the square units on the inside. So because it's talking about the square units on the inside, every answer for area is going to be square and then whatever the unit is. Make sure you have that copied down and you're going to try one on your own. All right, Miss Altman needs new carpet in the class. How much carpet will she need? I have 24 feet here, which is my length. I have 12 feet here, which is my width. Now think about carpet for a second. Do you put carpet around the rim or do you put carpet on the inside? You put carpet on the inside. So that's another way to know if it's perimeter, the rim, or area, the inside. So I want you to write a formula and solve for this problem, and then we're going to go over it. All right, your formula should be area equals length times width. We said the length was 24 and the width was 12. So you should have done 24 times 12. When I did the firework method over here, I got 288, and it was 288 what? Not just feet, but square feet. That's your area. That's what you should have got. Make sure you have all that copied down. All right, go ahead and fill out your table of contents, and then you need to get your workbook. So I'm just going to move this over here because I filled out my table of contents. Now you need your workbook. All right, you need to tear out page 707. It looks like this. And you are going to circle 1 through 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this one, if you notice at the top, it's all about perimeter. So what you're going to do for this page is write a formula, solve, and check it with addition. I'm going to write that down so you write it down too. So on page 707, you're going to write a formula, solve it, then check it with addition for perimeter. So then I need you to tear out page 713. This is area of squares and rectangles. So area, tear that one out. Then we're going to circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, you can pause to catch up at any second. For this one, you're finding area. You're going to just write the formula and solve. Remember to use your notebook to help you. That's why we just did it. So once you're done with those, you're going to staple them together and put them in the math tray. Then you can go to stations or do websites, whichever you are allowed to do. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.